Complete Brevo Tutorial 2023 Email Marketing for Beginners. I bring you back with yet another video, and in this video we're going to be discussing about Brevo. So it's going to be really simple and it's going to be really easy, and all I want you to do is watch this video till the end and fully learn all the basics and all the essentials and all the features that we're going to be discussing about Brevo. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Now first of all, what's going to happen is you're going to come to brevo.com, and once you come to brevo.com, basically what you're going to do to get yourself straight in is obviously we're going to sign up. Now, for the sign up process, I have left a link in the description below, and I want you to click on that link because that will take you directly to the sign up. Okay, so link in the description, it's going to be somewhere at the top. So just click on it and you're going to be redirected to the sign up page. Now, once you're over here, okay, first of all, we're going to go ahead and check the pricings. Okay, and now the pricings obviously depends on whatever platform you want to go with. I'm obviously going with the marketing platform. So you can see that it's free, starter, business, and Brevo Plus. So obviously in customize your plan, you can see all these things. So you could go with the free one, you could go with the starter, business. Okay, whatever basically like works best with what you want. And you can see more stuff like monthly email volume, marketing and transactional, and more things. So in the pricing, as we can see, obviously there's the $0, which is free. Then you have 300 emails per day, customizable email templates. You have drag and drop editors, transactional emails, SMS and WhatsApp campaigns from 20,000 emails a month on $25 with no daily sending limit, no Brevo logo, basic reporting and analytics, email support, much more. Then on the $65 plan, you can see 20,000 emails. Again, amazing with A/B testing, advanced statistics. And then finally, there's the Brevo Plus, where you can obviously contact their sales team to get a custom price off for everything. So as you can see, pretty easy and basic stuff to get your head behind. Now, moving on, let's go ahead and sign in. So again, follow go to the description below, click on the link that I have provided, and once you do that, you're going to be directly brought to this place over here where it's going to ask you to sign up. So the sign up process is pretty simple, it's pretty easy. Let me show you how it's going to look. Okay, basically it's going to look somewhere like this. So now what you're going to do, if you have a Sendinblue account, you can just log in with your former Sendinblue account, but if you don't, you can always just create a new one. So I'm going to go and create an account down here. Once you go and create an account, here it goes, register, create your account, no credit card required. So basically what I'm going to be doing for this video is I'm going to be using a temp mail. Okay, now the reason I'm using a temp mail is because obviously this is just a test video. Okay, I'm just showing you because I'm giving you a tutorial. You don't need to necessarily follow this step. You can use your proper email, but once we have an email, I'm going to put that in. Then we're going to put in a password, a strong password that fulfills the requirements. Once that is done, you're going to click on create an account. Once you click on create an account, it obviously does this. Let's verify your email address. Now we're going to come to our email address over here, and we're just going to wait for Brevo to actually send us a confirmation link, and you're going to get it in just the matter of few seconds. And once you get it, from there on out, obviously we're going to start working into the depths of Brevo. Okay, now while we wait for this, let's discuss all the features that Brevo's marketing tools actually bring you. So yeah, as we wait for this, we're going to come here in products, and obviously we're going to go with a marketing platform because that's what we're more into. So smart campaigns, lasting relationships. Turn campaigns into conversions with our easy-to-use marketing tool. Okay, and as you can see, this is what we're here for, mainly email marketing. Connect with contacts directly in their inbox with the most beautifully designed email campaigns. Then obviously you have SMS campaigns where you can send targeted messages that land straight in your customer's pocket. And you have WhatsApp campaigns, reaching your audience right where they are on the world's most popular messaging app. Then you have landing pages where you can capture conversions with targeted landing pages that convert visitors into customers. You have Facebook ads where you can stand out in their newsfeed with tailored ads for targeted audience. And you have sign up forms where you can grow your email list with easy to embed custom sign up forms. Then you can boost sales and drive interest across channels target contacts with personalized messages and advanced segmentation, run campaigns across channels from email to WhatsApp and SMS. Now, you can also design professional campaigns in minutes, creating stunning emails that convert, no design skills needed, built from scratch, or choose from their free template gallery. And obviously, you can engage with your audience with proper full-fledged automation, okay? And, you can automate campaigns to keep your targets much faster. They have a proper beginner's guide to WhatsApp marketing as well, and much, much more. But to, discuss stuff in depth, where we want to, more talk about email marketing. Grow brand and revenue with email marketing. Deliver campaigns straight into your customers' inboxes. You can send it with confidence. Brevo servers are built to achieve the best possible deliverability. You can also create stunning emails without any graphic designing skills. Totally start from scratch or use a fully free template. The drag and drop editor makes email design totally effortless. You can grow your list at no extra cost with free unlimited contacts. Brevo plans are based on email sending volume, not the number of contacts in your database. And it's email marketing made easy, where you can grow your email list, collect email addresses with landing pages and sign up forms, build your audience to new heights with unlimited contact storage. You can also design your email, share professional on brand newsletters, customize the design with Brevo's template gallery and built-in imaging editing tools. You can also send your campaigns, get the word out to all contacts, or use segmentation to target contacts based on their behavior and interests. And then finally, you can analyze the results, track how each email performs, learn what works best with your audience, and run more effective campaigns, okay? And obviously, in some cases, it might take like a few seconds to send your email a verification, so you can wait for a few seconds, okay? And if you don't get it, just check your spam and stuff, okay? It's gonna be somewhere over there. So yeah, and then obviously after that you have your proper leads, and once you have your account fully, set it up, like the whole setting up your account is pretty simple. You're just gonna tell them about yourself, tell the number of members you're coming in with. And also know this, that you can choose the interface of, whatever, like obviously right now it's Brevo, but you can also choose the interface to turn it into Sendinblue. So obviously we could follow that interface for ourselves, obviously, because it's totally like obviously it would make sense, because the people who used to use Sendinblue are more familiarized with that interface, and yeah, more preferably they would like to go with, the interface that they're already familiar with. They don't want to go with the interface they're not familiar with. So obviously you get the option when you're signing up and stuff. So you can go ahead and change that for yourself, okay? Totally, if you want to. There's no restriction upon that. So just go ahead and change that stuff for yourself if you want to. And once you've done the changing on all of that, yeah, you're gonna be basically good to go with Sendinblue or Brevo. Okay, now in this video, you're gonna hear me say Sendinblue a lot, because obviously it used to be formerly Sendinblue, so I don't really want to, make it confusing further on for myself. So yeah, now do remember to check the link in the description for the sign up, and once you do sign up, yeah, you're gonna be basically essentially good to go. So let's get into the editing bit. Let's go ahead and start. By the way, my interface is gonna be very, related to Sendinblue. It's not gonna be very much like Brevo, because I'm gonna switch the interface. So let's just get straight into it. Now, once you click on continue with your free plan, basically it's gonna bring you to this place, and this place is the almighty dashboard. Okay, this is where everything is gonna go down. This is where you're gonna do all your work. And once you're in like the onboarding section, where they're gonna have you choose pricings and stuff, what you can do over there is you can also like add add-ons to your starter business plan. What do I mean by that? Basically, if you want to buy those plans, okay, you can add more add-ons to it. Like you can change the monthly email sending volume, as I told you, and add-ons could be light plus add-ons, which could optimize your email campaign engagement, and it can mess with all that stuff that comes with working with emails and doing marketing and automation and stuff. So once you've added add-ons, just go ahead, check out, and you're good to go. So again, let's come back to this. Now you're gonna be in your dashboard, okay? And in your dashboard, basically, you have all the essential tools to start working with, your page and start working with your email campaign. So what we're going to do is obviously we're going to head over to campaigns and we're going to be over here. And over here on the left-hand side, as you can see dashboard, email templates, and all this stuff. And if I were to, click on this top left section over here, here you can see you can get all these things as so dashboard, email templates, and all this stuff. So if I were to go in automation, as you can see in automation, you can see do more with less using automation. Set conditions based on the contact's information or actions to automatically trigger a variety of actions in order to communicate and stay organized. So you can go ahead and create your first workflow if you want to. And obviously in automations, you can see you set, if you don't know what automations are, basically, automations are a trigger, okay? A trigger that triggers an action, okay? So that's what automations basically are. So like in more depth, basically something will happen, like let's say something will happen which will trigger another action. So let's say if I were on the Nike store, okay, I'm buying some product of Nike. What I'm going to do is once I've bought their product and added it to my cart, what's going to happen from there is that's basically going to be the trigger, and that trigger is going to trigger an action, and that action will be sending me an email. So as you can see, that's automation. I did the trigger, they did the action. So if that made sense, let's head on ahead to all the other features that come with, your main Sendinblue stuff. So obviously over here, you can see you have your total contacts. All your contacts are over here. This is going to be your opens, okay? Opens are basically how many have opened your email. Clicked is how many have clicked on your email. And block lists are, how many have blocked you or how many you have blocked. So you get the point. And then obviously, as you can see, it's a pretty empty dashboard. So to fill it up, you can always just create a campaign. But for now, what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and head into the settings. So I'm going to click over here and I'm going to go on senders and IP. Okay. Now, once you go on senders and IP over here, they're going to give you, senders, domains, and dedicated IPs. Now, obviously, senders, domains, and dedicated IPs are pretty important when you're, in an email marketing thing. So obviously, first off, you have a sender. So senders are shown in your recipient's inbox when they receive your email. It helps your subscribers to recognize you basically. Okay. So if I click on senders, as you can see, I can add a sender for myself. So if I click on add a sender, okay, let's go and add a random sender. I'm going to add like a random name, and I'm going to add a email. So let's go and add a scrap email of mine. So as you can see, now once I've added this, this just saves it as a sender. So I'm going to save it, and look at that. A new sender has been added. So what's going to happen is obviously it's going to send a verification code and stuff. You can verify it later again if you want to, and there's a sender added. And obviously same goes with the domains. You can add your own and first domains. Now obviously for a domain, what you can do is you can choose, external secondhand softwares like you have Bluehost, you have Hostinger, you have GoDaddy, and all these hosting platforms that you can use to basically host a domain. Okay, and they have great domains. Okay, they work amazingly. I've used all three of them. In my opinion, the best would be Bluehost because obviously it's like one of the most famous ones and most trusted, I guess, also Bluehost. So I'd say I would personally use Bluehost, but you can go with whichever you like. Okay, it totally depends on your preference, on whatever you're comfortable with. So yeah, either Bluehost, Hosting, or GoDaddy. And once you have a domain on those, just add them over here. And having your very own domain it's a pretty good thing to have by your side. So once you have that, it's better for you, in my opinion. Then come your contacts. So if you head over here in the contacts, as you can see, this is where you can import your contacts. So if you click on import context. Let's see import options. Okay. Now you have two import options essentially. This is like the like ample amount of options you get on a normal marketing platform as well. So they say upload a file, which is either a CSV, XLSX, or TXT file. Now a CSV or SX file is essentially a, you could say, Microsoft Excel file. Okay, so you could export an Excel file, and in an Excel file, you know that obviously users are added with blocks and commas and stuff like that. So that's a pretty cool thing to have. And then obviously there's copy paste. You can obviously copy paste it from your XLS file. Same thing, copy paste it from your Excel. But in my opinion, like if you have a properly made Excel file, and even if you don't, I would recommend you make it because once you have that, it's pretty easy to import contacts. So just, drag and drop your CSV or XLX file over here. And once that happens, yeah, you're going to be pretty much good to go. And you can also download an example CSV file to like, show you how it's actually going to look. So that's how it's going to look. See? Now, if I were to, paste this example file over here, okay, paste it over here. Let's see what it does. Look at that. It pastes the exact same CSV over here. This is the preview of our file, so you can go ahead and continue, confirm it. And look at that. It starts adding the information. So you have, in the file headers, you have email, first name, phone, creation date, gender. Then you have the data like email, the name, phone, creation date, all this stuff. And you can also choose their attributes. Okay, you can choose the attributes there. This is email, this is first name. You can choose a country code and all this stuff. So as you can see, pretty easy stuff. So you can just confirm this mapping. And once you've done that, you can go ahead and select a list for yourself. Now, if you don't have a list already, you can just go ahead and create it over here. So I'm just going to name something random. Folder, just go ahead, choose your folder and click on create list. And look at that. You just chose your list, okay? And once your list is obviously chosen, you can go ahead and confirm your list. And once you do that, you're going to be pretty much good to go. So let's go ahead and confirm our list. Now, once we've done that, obviously it says finalize your import. Okay. Now, in finalizing your import, as you can see, first of all, you have contacts management. Update the attributes of the existing contacts, import empty fields to erase existing attribute data, blocklist the imported email contacts, blocklist the imported SMS contacts, and then you have opt-in agreements. Obviously, you're going to have to agree with their terms. And once you've agreed with their terms, you're just going to click unconfirm your import and you're going to be good to go. So as you can see, your contacts have been imported. And then obviously you can always go ahead and filter them out like member of the list, not a member of the list. You can reorder their attributes accordingly if you want to. It's pretty easy and pretty basic stuff, okay? And obviously to do more advanced search and segmentations, you're gonna need to have like this, I think, the starter plan at least, but you can also get the option for advanced search and segmentations. Now, moving on, we're gonna go to lists, okay? Now, you do remember the lists we created, okay? So you can, like, these are the lists. You can also choose the actions you want for it, but you can also add a new list for yourself. So just click on new list. Okay, I'm just gonna write some random numbers, create an empty list, and here you are. So we just created a new list, and look at this. All contacts, member of, and or you can also add, the and or conditions if you want to. You have your filters and all this stuff, so it's pretty easy and basic stuff. Then obviously you have this forms section as well. So obviously right now it says we're sorry you do not have access to forms. If you believe you should have access to forms, please contact customer care team. Basically, this is because we again have the free plan. So on the free plan, it's most likely not gonna allow us the forms because obviously, as I said, if you're on the free plan, it doesn't like give you the variety of features that it has. But if you want to, get this feature, you can always just go ahead and buy a proper plan for yourself. Okay, that totally depends on you and how you want to approach this. But do know this, that forms do give you a lot of help. Like lists are obviously, like different, you could say, like you could come here and as you can see, lists are just lists that you can create for adding contacts, but forms are so important because when you're email marketing and you want to, give them a newsletter to sign up with, like if you want latest news, please sign up with this newsletter. And if they sign up with this newsletter, obviously, in one retrospect, you get a new contact, and in the other retrospect, basically, you're gonna keep sending them news about yourself. And like, let's say you have something, some new product coming out or something like that, okay? And you want to spread the news about it. So you can always, do this email marketing, make newsletters, make different forms for yourself, and it's pretty simple and fun stuff to have with you. Then obviously, you in like the whole form section, you have the attribute list that you can also choose, like label names, placeholders, help texts, and all that. And again, that's a pretty good feature to add to your newsletters or your forms. And essentially, in your forms, when it comes to designing a form, mostly the forms you get are either subscription forms, newsletter forms, email forms, or stuff like that. So again, it's pretty easy, pretty basic, and fun stuff to have, according to your pages and stuff. Now, once you've created the whole list and stuff, what we're gonna do from here is let's head on over to settings, okay? And once we head on over to settings, here you can see you have contact attributes. So let's go ahead and click on that. You can manage your contract attributes and stuff. Now, once you're here, obviously you have three different attributes: normal attribute, transactional attribute, and calculated values. Now, what do each of those mean? These attributes, like the normal attributes, are text, number, or date values associated with a contact. The most common attributes are first name, last name, zip code, or city. Then you have transactional attributes. The transactional fields allow to register transactions relative to a content. For example, in order, it is essential to define one ID to identify every transaction. During the addition of ID, it will be necessary to assign them the type ID. Okay? And obviously you have calculated values. The calculated fields are not fields with which you will supply us the data. These fields are formulas used for calculating using attribute and transactional values. By clicking the calculator, you can indicate the formula to be calculated. Okay? So as you can see, again, pretty basic and easy stuff. Now, obviously to add yourself an attribute, okay? And obviously you're wondering, why would we add an attribute? You would add an attribute in case you want an extra record or a field to hold your data. So you could just come over to add a new attribute. And let's say you want to add an attribute for birthday, okay? So you can write birthday, and then you can choose the attribute type. Obviously, it's a date, so we're going to choose date, and we're going to click on OK. Now, obviously, in like the attribute type, you can also get tons of different attributes, like a number. Okay, just add a number. You have category. Okay, there's different category of things. And then there's Boolean. If you don't know what Boolean is true or false. So once you've added, a new attribute to your arsenal, basically from there on out, what you're gonna do is, just sort these attributes around, see whatever works best for you, see whatever looks better for you. Okay, so again, sorting them, choosing whatever looks better, and whatever does look better for you, just go ahead with that. And obviously you can always edit these over here as well. So if you don't want SMS, you can just go ahead and cross the SMS, and then you can just keep on adding more attributes. Like, let's say in some cases you can also ask for the phone number. Let's go ahead and ask for the phone number, as so. And obviously the attribute type is number, so we're going to go with that and click on OK. And look at that, we just added a phone number attribute with the data type or the attribute type number. So basically it's pretty easy to like get along with the contact attributes. Basically, obviously in the attribute name, you're just going to get like the name for whatever data type you want. And then in the attribute type, this is like a type of a data type. Like if you've studied computers, then you probably do know what data types are. There's like tons and tons of different data types. And text, number, Boolean, category, these are one of them. Even if you haven't studied computer, it's pretty easy to get your head around this because it's pretty basic stuff. So yeah, once all this has made sense to you, let's go over and head to transactional attributes. Now, again, transactional fields allow to register transactions relative to a contact, for example, an order. It is essential to define one ID to identify every transaction. During the addition of ID, it will be necessary to assign them the type ID, okay? And obviously, if you click on add a new attribute, let's go ahead and add, it's transactional, right? So let's go ahead and add payment. Let's just go ahead and add payment, okay? And let's keep this at a let's go with ID, okay? And then we're gonna click on OK because obviously payment has an ID of it. So once you choose this attribute type, as you can see, a transactional attribute has been created, and this will only be available when someone's making a proper transaction. And obviously then comes your calculated values. The calculated fields are not fields with which you will supply us the data. These fields are formulas used for calculating using attribute and transactional values. By clicking the calculator, you can indicate the formula. So this is a fun thing to have because this basically calculates the formulas in your attributes. So as you can see, you have attribute name. Let's go ahead and add phone number, calculation formula. Enter the formula to calculate like sum or count or something like that. So obviously for this you're gonna have to go ahead and like I know this, but for you to know this, you're gonna have to write Excel formulas. Okay, you're gonna write that. And once you write that, as you can see, you can get all these different formulas for Microsoft Excel. And these formulas are the ones you're going to be using over here, okay? So basically, let's say you want to sum two attributes. So you're going to basically write sum, okay? And bracket. Okay. Now you're going to write the name of your attributes. So let's add birthday. Then you're going to put comma. And then you're going to put, let's go with phone number. Phone number. Let's go ahead and do that. And then you're gonna close the bracket. Make sure that there's like a space between the comma. Yeah. And once you do that, just click on OK. And once, oh yeah, sorry, wait, there we go. So once you do that, just click on OK. And once you click on OK, sometimes in some cases the formula might have an issue with it. So as you can see, just choose and see from here whichever one looks better for you. So let's say I'm gonna keep it to this. So there you go. Click on OK. And basically what this is gonna do is it's gonna basically calculate the sum of all the formulas that are gonna reside in your birthday section. Now, once we're discussing that, let's go ahead to add more apps, okay? Now, what will we find in add more apps? Over here, we'll see integrations, okay? Now, if you don't know what integrations are basically when we use one app and connect it to another app for ease of use. So, let me give you an example. Let's say if you were to connect your Gmail to, let's say, your workspace Slack, okay? Slack is obviously a workspace messaging software. So, if you connect your email to your Slack, let's say you get an email and you want to, let's say, write an email directly to a person on your Slack team, you can just write it on your Slack, make sure it's integrated with your Gmail, and once you enter it on your Slack, it's going to go to the user on your Slack in form of the Gmail email. So as you can see, integrations can help you just, save your time and even give you a broadened aspect of features that you already have with that app. So obviously, once we've discussed that, let's go ahead and, work with integrations. So now that we're here, you can see all this stuff, okay? So install the apps that help you grow and stuff. Now, in like retrospect of email marketing, the best integrations to do is first of all SMS campaigns. Okay, you can send marketing text messages to subscribers. Secondly, landing pages, okay? Now, landing pages are basically pages that a user lands on once they click on a link or once they click on an email that you sent to them. So let's say if I were to go ahead and, let me give you an example of what a good landing page is, okay? So here we are, landing page. A landing page is a standalone web page that a person lands on after clicking through from an email, ad, or other digital location, as you can see. Now, let's say I've gotten an email, and this email is from MailChimp. If I click on that email, let's say this is the link sent to me from MailChimp. If I click on that, this is a landing page. This is what I'm going to land on. Like, it's a standalone web page that a person lands on, okay? So as you can see, I clicked on that link and I landed over here. So this is a landing page, and on the landing page, basically you can market what you're offering. So as you can see, a landing page is so important for your marketing, and I recommend that you use it straight away. Like, it would be amazing for you. But obviously you're going to need the business plan for this, so I'm just going to let you think of that how you may. Then, obviously, you have Inbox. You can connect your email account and exchange emails with your contacts directly in Sendinblue. So this is something I would turn on as well. Then you have Sales CRM, manage your leads and conversion processes. Okay, I'm going to turn that on as well. Okay. And once you turn these on, you also have Facebook ads. You can turn this on as well. Transactional SMS. All these things are going to help you tons and tons. And then down here, obviously you have automations. We're obviously going to make sure to turn that on as well, because automations are just highly necessary for what we're going to be doing. Now, turn all these things on, and you're, done with all your integrations. From here on out, what we're going to be doing is obviously just go ahead, recheck. You can also search an app if you want to, by the way. And if you go in integrations up here, as you can see, you have the manageable integrations that the store provides you. Again, pretty basic, pretty easy stuff. And do remember, once you add apps, look at this. You can get all these things over here. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to, inbox. And in some cases, you're also going to get a chat box up here. Okay. So it's pretty basic stuff. And in inbox as well, you can see share inbox with your teams. Use Sendinblue inbox to manage shared inboxes in your team. Try Sendinblue inbox right now if you want to. All your emails in one place. Sendinblue inbox allows you to collaborate with your team on basically incoming emails in your company and work together faster to respond to emails about sales, support, marketing, etc. Okay? And obviously, you can share emails with your team, okay? Work with your team to reach inbox zero by collaborating in a shared inbox. Then obviously, if you come down here, assign conversations, organize and prioritize emails by assigning them to team members. You can also reply to your newsletters or transactional emails from your Sendinblue inbox. Obviously, once you've discussed this, you also have your sales CRM, okay? Now, in your sales CRM, basically, I'm just going to wait for this to load up real quick. Obviously, in your sales CRM is your customer relationship management, which is also very important, like, engaging with your customers and, relatively managing what you have with them properly. It's pretty important. And you're going to obviously make sure to work with all that stuff properly, know what you're properly doing, because like knowing and being aware of what you're actually doing is pretty important. So basically, once you've seen that, you can see track all your business opportunities in one place, automate your outreach strategies and sales sequences 100% free. Create custom pipelines, define your own pipeline stages, and get a 360 view of your deals to identify easy wins and drive maximum revenue impact. Associate contacts, deals, and companies, and schedule tasks to help you better achieve your objectives. Then, obviously, you have automations. Again, trigger, delay, and action. So, save hours with automation, minimize repetitive tasks with the easy to set automations, and get more time to close deals. You can also make phone calls and virtual meetings. Stay in touch with your leads without leaving Sendinblue. Utilize phone and meetings to communicate seamlessly while accessing all the previous interaction data stored in your account. And obviously, you can get ready to start. You can activate Sales CRM right now if you want to. But obviously, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and head over back to campaigns. Okay, now once you're in your campaigns, remember that we turn on the Facebook ad thing and the SMS and the statistics thing. Now, as you can see, it got implemented over here. It's shifted over here, and as you can see, it's like pretty easy stuff to get around, pretty basic stuff to get your head around and stuff. But right now, let's go ahead and discuss email campaigns, okay? So here we are. Obviously, we have no record, so I'm going to go ahead and click on create an email campaign, and here we are. Create an email campaign, so you either have the regular or the A and B test. So in the regular, keep subscribers engaged by sharing your latest news, promoting your best-selling products, or announcing an upcoming event. A and B test is choose an element to A and B test. Recipients in your test group will receive either version A or B. The version with the best engagement will be sent to your remaining recipients, okay? I'm going to go with the regular, and I'm going to, just call it a random campaign. Once you do that, I'm going to click on create campaign, and now it's going to give me all this stuff. So first of all, obviously it's also going to, the subject line, the preview line, from email to email, all that stuff. So first of all, go ahead and choose a good subject line, okay? A subject line could be, let's say, check out our new fall. Let's say check out our new fall collection. Let's say we're having it do that, okay? So check out our new fall collection, okay? Then obviously it could be a preview text if you want to do that. I'm just gonna click on save for now, okay? Then you have your from email, okay? So from can obviously be from you. Then two could be, just add a list of recipients that you have. I'm going to go with these recipients that I already have, and I'm going to click on save. Once I've done that, then you have design, okay? Now design is basically the email content that you're going to have, like the whole template and stuff. And yeah, this is something that's going to be pretty important when it comes to your marketing, because the designing aspect is usually pretty necessary, okay? And what do I mean by pretty necessary? It's pretty necessary because like if your email is just a raw email, just written, just words, like even if you do paragraphing and use good words, make it bold and stuff, but if it's just raw words, and obviously like not a lot of people will be attracted towards that, would they? So basically, to give it some flair, give it some spice, what you can do is you're gonna come here and you're obviously gonna choose some layouts. Okay, you can also have your like templates in a template gallery and stuff, and as you can see, they look pretty good, they look pretty nice. You can use any of these if you want to, okay, but in this case I'm just gonna go ahead and choose a layout. So let's go ahead and let's choose this. Okay, let's choose this, use template, and here we go. Let's choose this as a layout. Now obviously you're over here, you have your setup brand as well. Okay, you can go ahead and use that, that's the new branding thing. But yeah, here you are. Now as you can see, it's a basic drag and drop system, and it's again pretty easy to get your head around. So this basic drag and drop system, like if you've ever used any drag and drop system, like a website builder or maybe an email builder, even if you use MailChimp, then you know how to use this, because it's like pretty basic and pretty easy. On the left hand side, as you can see, you get all these features like title, text, image, button, logo, social, HTML, payment link, style, headers, footer, divider, navigation, spacer. You have all that stuff. So you can mess with that, you can add that, you can remove that accordingly if you want to. Okay. Again, pretty basic, pretty easy stuff to have by your side. Now, in this case, what we're going to be doing is obviously we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a little things of our own. Now, obviously, we do have a whole layout. So as you can see, they've told us to add a logo over here. So you can go ahead and add whatever logo you want. As you can see, if like I click on it, let me click on it as so. And obviously for this stuff, you're going to have to set up the branding campaign. So I'm going to skip this part right now. If you want to add, buttons by yourself, let's say I want to add a button. I'm going to click on that, and let's add a button over here. And this button could have its own text, if like I click on it, call to action. Look at that. You can just change this text. I'm going to call it button. Just call it button accordingly. You can make a text bold if you want to, as so, italicized, underlined, whatever you want to do with it. So you can do that. You can change its color. You can also change the default size of the text, which will alternatively increase the size of the button as well. Then obviously, if we head on back, you have all this stuff like content elements. You also have HTML. HTML, if you're not familiar with it, HTML is basically code. Obviously, it's just code, and people use this code to, like, obviously if you don't know it, you can totally skip it. It's like not necessary. But if you do know code, then trust me, you will want to use this. And why is that? That is because if you are capable of doing code, you can, wait, let me show you the type of stuff you can create. HTML coded websites. Let me show you what kind of stuff you are capable of making if you know how to code. So basically, you are capable of making stuff like this. So look at this. You can make stuff looking like that. So just imagine, stuff like this. So it's a pretty good thing to have. Like, you can also add these animations and all this cool stuff. And no, you don't need anything like an external WebXL or Web3GL or maybe an Unreal Engine or anything like that. Don't worry, you don't need anything like that. You just need HTML and maybe CSS for the coloring and stuff. But yeah, that's all you need. And trust me, HTML can be a great perk for you. It could be great help. So use it. Like, obviously, in the end, it depends on you. In the end, it depends if you want to, mess around with it or use it. But yeah, accordingly, then obviously add as many things as you like. So obviously you can add different logos here. So again, for logos, you're gonna have to go ahead and set up branding and just click on set up brand. And once you do that, as you can see, you can set up your brand where you can design automatically, boost your engagement, and edit it at any time. Again, pretty easy stuff to have by your side. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head on back. Okay, so let's come over here, go back, and now obviously you can also go in design and you can get tons and tons of different templates that you can add to your page. Okay, again, pretty easy and basic stuff, and it's a pretty good thing again to have by your side, pretty good thing to get your head behind. Now once you've done this, what you can do from here on out to obviously go ahead with all this is like make sure everything is set it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on save and quit. Okay. Now once I do that, I'm gonna come here. Okay. And once I come here and I have edited my design, I'm gonna finally go ahead and edit my settings. Choose whatever works best for you. Activate Google Analytics tracking, add tags. And once you've done that, just go ahead and once all this is done, you can schedule it and preview it and stuff, all that. And obviously it's going to be saved in your drafts as so just click on it, schedule it, and just go ahead, choose the list you want, the list of people that you want to contact. Again, you can choose that from the senders. And once that is done, yeah, just go ahead with it, and it's easy workings from there. Now, the fun thing about this is it also saves you money since you sort of pay per email. So if that makes sense, use it wisely because, like, obviously everyone wants to save money. No one wants to, just spend their money all in one place. So yeah, this type of email marketing will save you money, and it's again a good thing to get your head behind, to work with. And yeah, so once you've gotten your head behind that, from here on out, you can also like go ahead and edit it and choose its filters and stuff. So again, if you go on edit, as so again, you can mess around with other things like not tracking with Google Analytics, not added any tag, no file attachment, no embedded images, default unsubscribe page, update profile form, all this stuff. Choose whatever will seem best to you. And obviously you can schedule it for once you go on scheduling, you can either send it now or you can schedule it for a specific time. And you can also send it at the best time, which is a platinum feature. It's a premium feature basically, in that you can maximize the open rate by developing your or delivering your campaign at the optimal time for each recipient over a 24-hour period. So obviously go ahead and choose whatever option works best for you. And once you do that, obviously go ahead and save and quit. So yeah. Now, once obviously all these things happen, like once you've, scheduled it, you can always go on scheduled, and let's say you don't like you've scheduled it, but now you want to delete it. You can always come to the schedule tab, just click on the delete button and you can suspend it straight away. So you get the point, and it's just that easy to, change its timing and manipulate the timing of your emails and stuff. So again, pretty basic and easy stuff to, again, get your head behind. And then obviously once you're here, you can also boost your email marketing conversions with the A and B testing, as I told you. Choose what you want to test, send the best version automatically, and view detailed performance reports. So if I were to go ahead, click on create an email campaign, go on A and B testing. Now, obviously for the A and B testing, you are going to need an upgraded plan. So without the upgraded plan, you can do the A and B testing. But if you do have the upgraded plan, in my opinion, please do go ahead and do the A and B testing. It's just going to be better for you. Now, once you've done this, you can go ahead and head straight into templates. And once you're in templates, over here, as you can see all these stuff like create your first template. And if you create your first template, obviously in your template, you can choose the subject line, preview text. Like, let's say you have a line of customers that you constantly keep on sending emails, and it's like a frequent thing. So what you can do is you can create a template so you don't have to come to the edit section and keep on editing it every time you see it. Okay. So obviously, accordingly, just create a template and just make it easier for yourself. Just make life easier for yourself, make things less time consuming. And yeah. So, once, you've discussed that, you can also head over to automation, okay? And again, once you're in automation, go ahead and create your workflows. So, again, set conditions based on the contact's information or actions to automatically trigger a variety of actions in order to communicate and stay organized, okay? So I'm going to go on create your first workflow. I'm going to wait for it to load up. Now, once this loads up, let's go ahead and start messing around with it. So, and obviously, as I told you the importance of automations, how important they are and how crucial they can be to your workspace, how important they can be to your workspace. So obviously, I'd recommend that you do get your head behind this. You do get, comfortable with it, and just use it in a variety of ways that you probably haven't even imagined. So once you're over here, obviously you can get the most popular workflows as well. So first is the abandoned cart. If you don't know what the abandoned cart is, basically, if a user, came to, let's say, your website, or let's say they came to your, maybe page or something, and e-commerce store, let's say they came to your e-commerce online store, they clicked on your product and they added it to their carts, okay? Now, once they added it to your carts, they totally forgot that something has been added to the carts and they clicked off the website. So what you can do is you can choose this automation to send an email after a contact abandons a cart. Now, this email is widely popular with e-commerce online stores because obviously when like a cart is abandoned, the cache memory for the website keeps getting filled up and filled up. And obviously that's, you can say that's a bit relatively bad for the website because it slows the website down and it just keeps filling up the memory of the website, so that restricts you from adding more data into it. So obviously send an abandoned cart email, that's a good thing to have. Then there's product purchase, where you can send an email when a product is purchased on your website. This is like the what I was telling you very earlier on in the video, the Nike store example. This is the example I was giving you, the product purchase. When someone purchases a product, send them an email. And you have a welcome message where you can send a welcome email to the subscriber who joins the list. Marketing activity, where you can send emails based on whether contacts open or click on an email campaign. Then you have anniversary date. Send an annual email or series of emails based on a special event or birthday. So again, these things are pretty necessary when it comes to your store. And then obviously you can also come in improve engagement. You can see all these things: welcome message, marketing activity, anniversary date, website event, and you can have increased traffic. okay, with transactional activity, page visit, then you have increased revenue. And in the increased revenue, you can get, the same things again over and over again. So yeah. Now, let's say in this case, it gives you automations that you want to change, okay? So you can always go ahead and go on create a custom workflow. And once you go on that, you can start a workflow from scratch. So I'm going to give this workflow a name, and then I'm going to give it a description, like let's say a welcome email sequence, okay? Now, once we have, done that, I'm going to go ahead and click on Start Automations. Now, once I click on Start Automation, basically over here, it's going to first of all ask us an entry point to our workflow. Now, the entry point to our workflow could be anything, email activity, contact details, contact submits, a form, website activity, all this stuff. So, first of all, we're going to go ahead and, see the contact submits a form. So, let's go ahead and contact submits a form. Now, once that is done, obviously it's gonna say that we didn't see a form. So if that's not the case, you can just go in on website activity. So let's say a contact visits a page. So start a workflow when a contact visits, www.com. Okay. So then once you've added an entry point, let's add a step to the workflow. Now the step is basically essentially you could say like this is a trigger. This entry thing is a trigger. Now the step that we're going to be adding is, the action that's going to take place. So click over here on the plus, and this is the step. So send, you can send an email, send an SMS, send a payment, send a WhatsApp message, send a notification, all these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on send an email. Now select an email template, choose from the tons of templates that you created. And once you choose a template from there on out, what you can do is just to go ahead and even in like from, once you choose the from SMS message, hi, I'm just gonna write hi for now, just to give you an example. And you can choose a tag, and once you've done that, just click on OK, and there you go, you just added a step. Now you can also add a delay for yourself, okay? And adding a delay is also pretty necessary, okay? You can add a delay to exit the workflow, or add a delay to, have more on, and delays are down here, like add a delay, wait until, if else conditions, A B split. Okay, so add a delay. Okay, contacts will wait for 5 minutes. Okay, let's say 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna click on OK. There you go. So you have an entry, an action, a delay. Okay, so again, if I were to, give it in simpler words, trigger, action, delay. So once you have, added the delay, you can finally add a final action. Again, you can also add a wait until. So let's say wait until the website activity. Once you do that, just go ahead, click on OK. So you, again, keep adding more things. So if it's yes, then, just finally you can send an email to a person and stuff. And once that happens, basically you can end your workflow and obviously mess around with the settings and stuff. And to activate the workflow, you can obviously first of all go ahead and see the stats. And once you go and see the stats, you can, check all these things out. And if it's good to go, if like, the stuff you see, if it's good, you can just go ahead and activate the workflow. And as you can see, your workflow is now active. And whenever someone visits your website and the action is actually triggered, from there on out, your workflow will start, your automation will start, and automatically the settings that you've kept in your workflow, those are going to get triggered. And from there on out, it's easy stuff. From there on out, easy, pretty quick automations are going to take place. Your time's going to be saved. And yeah, life is just going to be much more quicker and easier. Now, again, if we go ahead back to campaigns and we go to statistics, statistics are where you're going to get all your pages analytics, okay? Now, in your page analytics, you can, get your open rate, click rate, and unsubscription rate. And you can also see the activity going around regarding, your emails, your pages, and all that stuff. So this is pretty important stuff to, again, get your head behind, because analytics can help you actually, know what's actually going on with your page. And they're pretty important in my opinion, because it can tell you what's being accessed more and what's not. And that will help you emphasize on the fact that, okay, these people like this and they don't like that. So you can remove the aspect that's not being visited and add more aspects related to the stuff that is more being visited on your page. So basically, remove the features that no one visits and add more features that everyone visits. So yeah, I hope you get that point. And if you've understood that point, obviously, from there on out, like, that's pretty much it when it comes to, discussing this. So, again, if I were to give you a brief overview of everything on this website, sign up. Once you sign up, make sure to verify all your information. Once you verified all your information, you're going to come to this campaign section over here. And in the campaign section, obviously, you're going to get all the different types of campaigns for the different types of, works to have with yourself. So, again, mess around with the campaigns. You have automations, you have transactional values, inbox sales CRM. Obviously, the transactional inbox sales CRM, Facebook ads, and all this stuff, you can only get this from the apps that you activate. And then obviously, if you come in Facebook ads, this is a place where you can grow your audience and sell more with Facebook ads. So you can go ahead and check out the Facebook ads if you want to. You can find new customers and extend your reach. Try two powerful strategies with a single tool. Show ads to, your existing contacts to reinforce important messages and drive more action. Or, you can let your Facebook help you reach new qualified people who are similar to your best contacts. Then you have, your quick ad and design setup. It's easy to create an ad and decide who should see it. Upload an image, add your text display to your existing Send in Blue contacts or to similar people. And you also have simplified ad budgets. You can see which have delays in your accounts and stuff. So yeah, this is like, monetizing your stuff with Facebook ads. And if like, Facebook ads are appearing on someone's Facebook and someone clicks on it, obviously they're going to be redirected to maybe your landing page or your email marketing platform and stuff like that. So you get the main point. So basically, yeah, that's essentially about it when it comes to, Send in Blue and its email marketing platform. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please do let me know down in the comments below and I will make more of these videos for you. And if I left anything out or if you have any issue facing with the video, you can let me know down in the comments below and I will try to make sure to fix it for you and, let you know if I have any fix on it. But yeah, please do make sure to try to share this video with anyone in need of a tutorial like this because it will help me out a lot. But yeah, thank you for watching this video till the end. Please stay tuned for next time. That was all from me and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.